Hi YouTubers, Gorebagg here, and we're going to talk about more guitar chords because there's only a very few basic chords. You don't have to learn an awful lot. There are ways of going up the fretboard, what's called barring, and also you can use a capo. A capo is mechanical bar. The only reason to do that is because you want to play it in you want to play in one particular style or key, and you want to change the key up, down, and so forth. So you want to be able to make it so you can sing with it, or you want to make it so you can play an E but end up in B flat, so you can have a horn with you and so forth without barring. Barring is where you take your finger and go all the way across, and then you do like that. But we're not going to bar because barring is not really necessary for guitar for dum-dums. Guitar for dum-dums is where you can play almost anything you want to play, almost anything, with 3 chords. Which 3 chords? Well, it depends on where you sing. So I'm going to show you some other chords, and think in triangles, think in triads, because everything that I'm going to show you is based on rule of 3. It's called, and what that means is triangles. You're going to form your hand and your fingers in triangles. Yeah, so here I'm going to show you another basic set of chords, which is D, G, A7th. So that's D, G, A7th. And the root chord in this is the D. Now remember, you're trying to make it as clear as possible, so your goal is to make a nice clear bell-like sound, like a harp sound. So it's, there's your D, and the D is very easy to make. You're going to put your first finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Middle finger on the 1st string, your high E string, and that'll be also on the 2nd fret. And then the 3rd fret, down from the head, see, is the 3rd fret. 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. I'll go over these things over and over them with you so that you'll actually catch on to this. 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. 1st string is down here. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th string. If you have 7 strings on your guitar, please let me know. I'd be interested to know who made that. So the way you're going to make this chord is your middle finger is going to go on the 1st string, 2nd fret. Then your forefinger is going to go on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then your ring finger is going to go on the ring finger is going to go on your 3rd fret, 2nd string. So 2nd string, 3rd fret. And it's going to sound like this. And that's a D sound that you're making. So you're going to want to go to the G. Now G is again a triad. See that? It's a triangle. You take this triangle here, like that, and you're going to make it go like this, which is like that, see? So it goes from isosceles triangle to all kinds of different triangles, see? So this is an acute angle in this thing. And so you're going to put your first finger on the G chord. You're going to put your first finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Your middle finger is going to go on the 6th, or the low E string, on the 3rd fret. Then you're going to bring your ring finger all the way down here. It's kind of painful at first, but you will learn how to do this. And you're going to squeeze down. It'll kind of bend the finger a little bit. Don't worry about that. It unbends later. And that's going to go on the 1st string, 3rd fret. That's that high E. So the high E and the low E will sound the same. And by the way, that's one of the ways you can check your tuning is that they're both the same. The high E and the low E are the same note, but they're an octave apart. So you're going to make a G like that. So it's going to come out like this. Let's see. D and G and D and G, back and forth. D and G and D. Now, you need an intermediate chord to go with that D and G, which is your turnaround chord, and that will be an A7th. Now, here's an A, which we'll talk about later. Here's an A. Now, you make that like this, you see, with the three fingers going across like that. Like 1, 2, 3. And they kind of go diagonally. But we're going to make an A7th differently. We're going to make the A7th where I use my first finger is going to go across the first 4 strings on the 2nd fret. My middle finger is going to push down on that finger in the middle so that it actually has a little strength. Then my ring finger is going to go on the first string, 3rd fret over to make that A7th. So that's like that. See? That's how that's made. Again, it's a triangle. So you have D and G and D and G and D and G, A7th, and D and G, D and G, D and G, A7th, D. So you don't really need to change chords that often when you're singing. We'll talk more about that when we talk about folk singing and and blues, and how little you need to do in order to change it. You don't have to make a lot of notes to make the songs come out good. So there right now, so far we're going to work with it just D, G, A7th, and you're going to change. There's a little variant here, which is D and G and D and G, D and G and D, A7th. See? Like that. So it's dee da dee da dee da dee da. Okay? So it's all we are saying is give peace a chance. All we are saying, that's A7th, is give peace a chance, or is give peace a chance. So you can use those 3 notes, those 3 chords, and you can play just about any song with just those 3 chords. But if you don't sing in that particular key, you're going to want to change to a different key, and so we're going to learn more chords. So stay tuned, click on it to go to the next lesson, more chords, called Even More Chords with Gorebagg. This is Gorebagg saying peace.